you listen and think about how dudes spittin'. But dudes written's a product of my shrewd penning. Confused in it, I'm saying I've chewed mics to a crew likes. Delusions exuberant might, but now the mood's right. I had to preclude sight, so I exclude mites and leeches that feast and delude twice. Pretending to do right, the only thing nice is the pen and my wife to both ends of my life. I ascend certain heights, comprehend what it's like. A dope man on this mic, a perfect 10's what I write. Certain men wanna fight, success makes a frail man irate. A lot of cake to get, but you out here hating on my ways. You should be taking notes, but instead you're broken and rotted. I'm smooth as the operator of who is Sade. A generation of waiters wanting it made and brought to them on the plate and working in a conversation. Complacent, so you and I are not adjacent. Face it, I make statements, not salutations, so I'm not going away, kid. You'd have to put a bullet in me, but I'm quick to the draw and the ammo I got plenty. So don't be surprised if you're testing and got 20. The metal you'll be getting, and trust me, it's not pennies. Rap Circle, Part 1. Yeah, that means more is coming on the way. Appreciate their support. Backwards. In the building, like the ceiling. Nothing's changed. I know that we don't talk too much, but I really...
Welcome to Xcast 42. And I forget to put your mic on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now you're on, so now we can hear you.
Xcast.
I hope that
69. The Xcasting, the end of Xcast, the Xcast to end all the Xcast. Oh man, that doesn't fall off the fucking tongue.
I like how I can just mute you and nobody can hear you after that. I have the power of...
On for like an hour.
Anyway. So yeah, welcome to Xcast. It's almost 1 year that we have this podcast. A little bit more, but 1 year that we transferred the podcast. Since the incident. That being said, how you doing, Nero?
I'm doing swell.
Good.
Yes. And you?
I'm alive.
Let me guess, you're going to ask me about my week.
No. I'm just
No?
alive, so I'm good.
Oh, okay. Then we're not going to talk about my week. Okay, then.
How was your week?
Oh, thank God. Oh, my God. I was going to die.
I know, right?
So this week, and by this week, I include, like, 40 minutes ago, I tried a bunch of games, mostly demos.
Oh, yeah? Why? Which?
I continue to think that Platinum has a lot of issues making game nowadays, and ever since Bayonetta 2, I really feel like that they can't make a they really can't make a consistent game to save their life. Every game they make now is really fun, but there's always like a caveat. Mostly they focus too much on style and action, and they have a lot of really interesting mechanics, but they don't balance them well. So I was playing Astral Chain, and at times it just becomes tedious because, well, you know, you control your character and your stand, and it's not bad, it's not too difficult, but my issue is that the enemies are way too fast, and your character and your legion, they have like way too many startup and recovery frames. So you have certain moves where, for example, you need to bind enemies by having your legion go around them. So you use the right stick to do that, but it's so fucking slow and the enemies move so fast that it's a big issue. And you know, there's certain things that don't work well. You have a blade mode like Metal Gear Rising, but the problem is that you need, well, it's not like blade mode in Metal Gear Rising where it's off like a parry. You know, when everything slows down and the enemy is defenseless, you have to do it while the enemy is attacking, and you almost always need to use your slowdown. But the slowdown, to slow down, you need to, you know, press right click, and it's just not fluid, not natural, and the fact that the enemies are extremely fast really doesn't help. So it was surprising to me.
Oh, damn,
Yeah.
43, my bad. No, sorry.
Oh,
No,
it
just
was
because
surprising
I was like 42. No, 43 because 42 was the last week.
last week.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was surprising to me when I played. I tried. You know, Bayonetta 3 was not well received, and I tried.
Bayonetta 3?
No, I tried Bayonetta Origin, Cereza, and
No, no, no.
something
I'm
something demon.
asking. I'm asking.
No,
Bayonetta
I didn't
3
try it. I
wasn't
didn't
well
try it.
received, or you mean which Bayonetta wasn't well received? My bad. Let's
Well, the
ask
third
this.
one wasn't well received. From what I've seen, people are like, well, basically what I've been thinking of the past like 5 or 6 Platinum games. Oh, the actually that's an issue I had with Bayonetta before, but everyone was too busy like sucking Bayonetta's dick. I like Bayonetta, but I always thought that it had good core combat, but got lost in a lot of bullshit, like quick time events, you know, vehicle sequences, you know, mixing mini games, and it's really like it's all over the place. As is Astral Chain. Astral Chain, you're a cop, you investigate, you have to pick up trash, you have to respect the law. So if you cross on a red light, you get a fine.
Oh
Um,
yeah, even as a cop.
yeah, yeah. You also do combat, and you also have like, you know, visual customization, but you also have like RPG elements,
Okay.
and it's there's also platforming, and it's all over the fucking place. So to my surprise, Bayonetta Origins was really refreshing. The beginning is, you know, slow and cinematic, but when the game actually starts, it's pretty fun. It reminds me of Brothers, and a bit like a lot of the Nintendo Switch demos. They give you a lot of content. I think the game it's the first 10 to 15% of the game that's playable, and honestly, just based on that, I would buy it because here's the thing. You do like Astral Chain, you control 2 characters at a time, except that in this game, it's not too, you know, for a lot of people, controlling 2 things at one time is difficult. Not for me, not too much. But here it works because you're not getting attacked by shit that moves at the speed of sound. You're finding really slow ass enemies, and most of the time it's really basic combat. You use magic to bind them, and you attack with your demon, Cheshire, stuff like that. You solve platforming puzzles. It's pretty relaxed, and it's really nice and fairy tale like. And I also tried during this week, and by this week I mean 5 minutes ago. Um, um, the what was I saying? The Resident Evil 4 demo. Um, you didn't have time to play, I imagine.
No, 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 no.
Oh,
I'm worse than that. I didn't even. I didn't give much of a shit about it, so I didn't care.
I'll be honest. When the final product is coming out, I'm probably not gonna care too much too. But I still, you know, I'm still interested in the game. But I know because of the documents and the trailers that the game is probably going to be tainted by woke. And
Yeah.
it's not even that, you know, it's a Japanese game. It's not even woke. It's that, like you said, Oh, okay, that's what the Gaijins want. Okay, we'll put that in. And then wait, we trusted our Western partners. Nobody likes this shit. It's terrible. We're gonna remove it eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how this game feels in the trailers. In the actual demo, I'm gonna try to be concise. The gameplay, a bit like all the other remakes, 1 and 2. Well, no, fuck 3, but 1 and 2. You really feel like all the improvements that were in the other games were added here. So, for example, Leon. I'm gonna start with the positive actually. Leon can
Good
sprint.
idea. Good idea, because the negative gonna be trash.
Yeah, Leon can sprint a lot faster than he used to. You still feel like you're playing RE4, but with new bells and whistles. So Leon can crouch, he can sprint pretty fast, you can do a 180. But now, the knife is much faster, and you can also use the knife to counterattack, and you can also use the knife as a defense item like in Remake 1. But here you don't lose the knife, you just lose some of its resistance. Like in RE2, the knife gets used up. Uh, and you can counter, and you can still do the classic. You shoot people, you get up close, and then you kick them in the face. And I like that to open barrels or glass, or glass panels. You don't need to bring out the knife. You just do an auto attack. You just press the knife button, and Leon will kick a barrel to open it. It's a lot more fluid. Actually, I'll be honest. There's also the fact that you can select weapons through, the D-pads or the numbers if you're playing on PC. It's a lot of quality of life features that I expected Capcom to put whenever they release the game. Basic stuff that doesn't necessarily change the game. Well, okay, the counters, that changes a lot, but the ability to just select previously used weapon, it's a bit like The Last of Us, where it's not just one item on the D-pad, it's two items. When you have to tap twice to get an item.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you tap once, you get another item. Yeah, it's like that. It's little things like that that Resident Evil 4 should have had, and only the Fan HD remake has decided to add quality of life features. And the HD remake is a lot more fluid, and it doesn't necessarily break the game. And I like that the RE4 is slow and deliberate, but it kind of helps to have those bells and whistles. And enemies can also grab you, and you can shake them off. And when you do, Leon does like a judo throw, and other enemies get knocked off. And now when you put enemies on the ground, there's actually a contextual action to knife them. It's not just awkwardly looking down and knifing them. So it improved a lot. And I'm going to say this. It's a demo, so some things are kind of iffy. The textures, even if you put them on eye, some textures still look weird, but it's just a demo. But my god, is the game well optimized. I didn't have to, fiddle for like 20 fucking minutes. Not only is there a lot of options, but the most of the time the options actually do something, and most of the time they don't. You can see the improvement, but the game doesn't start, you know, chugging. The only thing was really harsh on the game for me was like the advanced Leon physics here, but everything but that was
That's
pretty
some.
fluid. I had to go back
That's
to
a
look.
specific. That's some specific ask. I won't even lie.
Yeah, because everything I changed, the game said, yeah, that's going to improve image quality, that's going to improve post-processing. And I looked, and it seemed like it actually worked. It looked a bit better, except for like textures. But only the air, like really, really put me like in the red. But other than that, it seems so far to be well optimized. It plays smoothly, easy 60 FPS. But now it's kind of the bad. And I'm not even talking about woke. You said it well. It feels like They, when you make an American version of something and you
Oh
change
no!
some,
Now they're gonna know that we talked before. No, no, it's a joke. It's a joke. Keep it up.
yeah, well, fuck them. They have a right to know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, a lot of changes are made, but you're like, why? Um, Again, I'm gonna try to be concise. So in the beginning, you're Leon. You go into, you're in a car. The cops stop. One of them pisses. He's being observed. You stop. You go into a house. They don't come with you because they're pussies. You ask about the president's daughter. You get attacked. You shoot the guy, and then Leon looks outside and he hears things. Things are going bad, and then he jumps through the window and he gets attacked, and then you walk through the village. In the remake, the car drops you, and you have a nice cutscene, and the cutscene does introduce some of the things that were only, in one of the ending cutscenes of 3 that you had to unlock, that Leon was recruited by the government, and they were basically blackmailing him with the little girl he saved with Claire Sherry.
Yeah, I
And
remember that.
yeah. But now they actually put it in the game. That's nice. But they removed some of the other stuff, like the cops being, pussies. But now you go into the house, and the first guy you kill him in a cutscene, and then he comes back when you're in the basement. There's a basement now, but okay, they're actually faster and more resilient. But now the parasite that they have pops up immediately, which is dumb because the parasite was supposed to be a thing that could only dies in daylight, and it was, the first time it was revealed was kind of a shock, and it kind of changed the gameplay, and the rest of the game happens at night. But now they introduced them too early, and I think making the enemies faster was enough, because now Leon is faster and more precise. You didn't need to have the parasite appear like right away. That's kind of dumb. And the entire first half of the game, you walk through a path, you find a dog, you save him, and then you find out that there's a lot of bear traps. Then you kill a couple of dudes, so you have time to get acquainted to the traps and the dynamite and the basic controls. Then you get to the village, and then you get attacked. But now the path to the village, you only have 2 guys. There's only 1 bear trap. There's no dynamite, and the dog that you found that saved you, I think it's the same dog. He's fucking dead.
That's
So
kind of sad.
yeah, I thought that was kind of
Like it's like a fuck you to those who are like, the dog is cool. We need the dog back. It's like, oh, you want the dog back? There you have it. The dog is fucking dead. How do you feel now?
It has to be him. I think there was a interview about the dev saying no, it's not him, but it really feels like, some modern bullshit where we're trying to discourage you. The fact that you start and the dog is fucking dead.
Or
Because
maybe
it's really
it's
early
more
in the
like,
game, so it has to be him.
or it can be a subtle fuck you because we had to destroy what we created. I don't know if you understand. Like,
Yeah, no, I get it.
sometimes they don't want to do it this way, but yeah.
And the path to the village is pretty short. And my problem was that, man, I don't get to, really play a lot and experience the gameplay. And, by the time you reach the village, it doesn't have the build up that the original had, where you're really on a long, silent path, and you really have time to get acquainted with the gameplay before hits the fan. The village is still pretty, pretty cool, especially now that the enemies are a bit more elaborate that they used to be. And you have a couple of new things, like you can set the cow on fire and stuff like that, and you can see collectibles that you can't access right now. You're going to need Ashley to use or stuff like that. But overall, it was really cool. I really liked the fact that enemies were faster and more resilient. Salvador, attacks you in ways that he didn't do before. And they added a couple of things, like when you go to the house, the second floor, there's another window that leads you directly to the balcony. So they know people want to go there, so they added another window. It's a lot of cool things, but at the end, oh, there's a cool thing when now you can see the guy being burned alive and you can actually hear him die. That's kind of cool. But otherwise, when the demo ends, Leon still says, "Where is everyone going? Bingo." But it's kind of weird because before Leon was hiding in the house canonically, and then they left, and you watch them leave. But now they just stop and they walk by him, but Leon just lets them walk by him, and they leave. And one of them looks at him while closing the door to the church, and you're like, "What?" And when he says, "Where's everyone going? Bingo?" The game pans like in the original. The camera pans back, but it doesn't go up. It used to go up, and then you would have the image would fade to the logo, and it would fade to a bright white, and then it would come back to a cutscene. Now the camera pans away, and you see the guy burning, and he's attached to the symbol of the church, and that's cool. But why didn't you pan up? Why did you change that? Because the original worked pretty well, or at the very least, why didn't you fade to white to the logo? Because that was such a strong vertical slice, because you had everything from the game. A long narrow path that builds up tension. Then you add, like, the village, and there were multiple paths. You could hide in the house and have the cutscene, but you could hide in another house. There was like an optional Dr. Salvador you could kill to get a jewel. There's a lot of things you could do, and my issue is that now that build up is not here, and mechanically the game, I don't think 4 is obsolete, but it is definitely improved. And but my issue is that there's a lot of changes that are made for the sake of being changed, and what doesn't help is that 2 was kind of ridiculous. So okay, you made the game more serious, but you also removed a lot of the interactions. You fucked up the zapping system. But my problem with 4 is that 4 was deliberately not serious, but you're trying to make it serious, and you're going to fuck up the interactions at the same time. Like, that bingo line doesn't work when you're trying to be all serious about it. And I really feel like a lot is going to be fucked up. Oh, and the game has the nouveau.
Yeah, like every game. Tell me something.
Again, they didn't learn.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, people will play despite the nouveau, not against. I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah, I understand.
So yeah, that was pretty much it for me. That was like my week.
Okay, not that bad. My week, what was it? So I was watching One Piece. Seriously, One Piece it's badass. I don't care. Best poses. I did watch the special of Chris Rock. Funny. It wasn't funny like what's the name? The redhead that
Oh, Bill Burr.
yeah, Bill Burr. Bill Burr had some funny segment on the internet, but his stuff was not that funny. But the Chris Rock one was genuinely funny. Like, it was genuinely funny.
Is it Tambourine?
What tambourine?
The name of the special.
No. It's selective outrage.
Oh.
Yeah. I will recommend it. You should watch it. I told you to watch it this week, I guess, or something like that.
Oh, you can be sure I'm gonna watch that shit.
Yeah. That being said, what else did I watch? I forget. Yeah, I watched The Expendable because why not?
Oh, the
And
original.
the second one, I guess,
Okay.
the one with Chuck Norris.
Oh, okay, yeah, that one.
Yeah, so funny as hell. And I was thinking about it, and The Expendable is the last good
Man movie.
yeah movie made for man by man, and action movie. I was thinking about the thing about Rocky 3 because I stumbled I did
Hey, you know what?
stumble
You should watch. You should watch Tulsa King.
maybe one day.
Tulsa King is Sylvester Stallone, and he's basically a mob boss that gets released from prison. And there's one particular scene that made me think of you because he goes in and he's like, "I'm the boss now," and the guy who owns the shop is like, "Yeah, but the government is like, shut the fuck up," and just slaps the soy out of him. It's like, no, I don't give a shit. I'm the boss now. That's just how I do it.
Yeah, that sounds funny as hell. Um, what else? Oh yeah, I was hearing about the new Creed.
Yeah.
The movie doesn't. I will be frank. I didn't watch any of them Creed because I'm not that interested by it. Doesn't sound bad, but I just didn't watch it. That being said,
Yeah.
I did heard the drama about the drama. It's not drama. It was just like a comment about what's the name? The actor, the one that was that's like in every movie now. The black guy who's like in who
Yeah, Ant-Man.
who was in Ant-Man, who was in
Yeah, he's
The
there
Harder
too.
the Fall, and the other one. The,
Yeah, that black guy.
yeah, they found a picture of him having like a pink stuff, and people were mad because they're like, ah, he's black. The image is emasculating.
He was wearing what?
He was wearing some pink stuff. Let me 1 second. The Harder the Fall. Sorry. I'm trying to find the actor. That's why. Maybe IMDb. Ah, yeah, it was here. It was here. Jonathan Major image. I did find it like fast, kind of, but like one thing that I saw is that he has like I won't lie, he had some big lips. So people were thinking that he was doing some that he was doing a duck face, but the thing is like he just has like some big lip. That's it.
Big nigga lips.
Don't say it that way. But yeah. But yeah, technically he does have like some lips that are used to say massa. Uh, you know what? Who cares? If we have a strike, we're gonna get a strike. It's better to learn that way. Sorry, I'm thinking at the same time. I'm trying to find
Oh, that's
the
fine.
image.
I'm not thinking at all.
No, it's not that. It's just that it's kind of you know when you're frustrated. Can you see it?
Wait a second. See what?
This
What this? Like the
this
niche
my
gamer?
screen, my screen.
Yeah, I see your screen.
Can you see this?
No.
The pink shit.
No.
What do you see?
Niche gamer.
Why? Oh, oh, that's the wrong tab. My bad. Sorry. I'm like, it's all your fault. But no, it's my fault. So, here. Do you see this?
Oh, that's some gay shit. Fuck
Nope.
that nigga. Fuck. No, he's not Don Flamingo. He's just
Nah.
Hollywood gay.
Maybe. Who knows? What's this? Sorry. Um. Let's see. Stylish reveal One Piece inspiration for Jonathan Major for the shoot. Okay. That's what people were saying. This looks like.
No, that's a psyop. That's not
Okay.
true.
Okay. It's a psyop.
I'm jealous.
I won't fight you on this.
There's too many like black guys doing some black gay.
Like
Nah, I'm not doing it.
the only reason I was about to say no because is that I was thinking when I saw the image I was thinking about Dumb Flamingo. So hey, if it's a psyop, it's the best psyop that I saw because I was thinking about Dumb Flamingo. That's it.
It's a psyop.
Because this is specifically like this, and it's too specific to not be this.
Psy.
And I know that you don't watch what's the name?
No, but I know who
One
the fuck
Piece.
Don Flamingo is, and I know a psyop when I see one.
What you mean?
You know that's a lie. No, it's I'm actually Don Flamingo. You ain't shit.
Okay.
I know that's not Don Flamingo. Don't try this shit with me. I'm not dumb.
Okay, that's it. So people
I know you
were
were
mad.
the frog days.
So people were mad that because they were like, okay, he's doing duck face at the same time, but he doesn't because he had just like big nigga lips. That's it.
I like how you give up.
Oh yeah, I just give up.
That's good. My influence is working.
No, it's just that the week was hard on me. Massa hit
I
me
can see
every
that.
day. I was like, please, Massa, stop. And he's still doing it. So on that note, I just find it funny as a drama. So yeah. I just like the fact that he looks like Don Flamingo. I'm not sure if it's a psyop or not. It just looks okay, I guess. So what else did I do? Yeah, and I stopped. I will start reading Record of Ragnarok because it's really trash as a Netflix special.
Yeah.
Yeah, I skipped I skipped 3 episodes just because they were just talking.
Oh my god.
Like, and they weren't saying something important. So I went out. I'm like, fuck that. I'm out. On that note, let's start the articles. Oh no, that's me. Sorry. Shit. Yeah, who cares? Yeah, and this part's just annoying because some stuff never want to fit where I want them to fit. That's what she said. Okay. Oh yeah, and the background you can see that I'm playing Hogwarts Legacy. So I was streaming Hogwarts Legacy. I'm at the 21 hour mark. I'm kind of tired of the game, but not for the good reason. I'm almost at the end, I guess, or I hope. Like, I don't think that I would recommend Hogwarts Legacy for someone who's working full time and doesn't have time for himself. Because goddamn, this game feels longer than it is sometimes. Still a great game though, but yeah.
Is there a lot of Jiminy Cockthroat?
No, it's not even that. Like I was talking to you about it last time. It's like it's just the money making system that's kind of stupid. Because you're a student at Hogwarts, right? But you're as broke as Harry when he started. So I'm like, okay, who cares? But everything that you have to do asks you to have money. And I'm broke in the game as much as I'm broken in real life. So now I start farming because the only way to make money in the game is find a chest,
Yeah.
sell your clothes because you cannot get more clothes, and poaching. And I find it funny because things like they tell you not to poach and poaching is bad, but the best way to make money in the game is poaching. It's like so counterintuitive, and at the same time I'm like, okay, who cares? But the game also tell you that what else? The game is so hell bent at making you be the good guy that sometimes it makes some stupid choice like, what's the name? Oh, at the end of the fight, the character will be like, the death is on your hand, bad guy. But you're like, I was running after them. I destroyed all of them in the game. So technically, I'm the psycho. But now you make it sound more psycho because you try to be the good guy while doing bad things. So it doesn't make sense. I don't know how better to explain it. It doesn't make sense.
No, I get it.
Oh yeah, and I find just that funny too. Like the fact that the now you learn some magic like reading cards and stuff, and guess who's giving you the course? No, it's not a gypsy. It's a black woman because
Oh God, no.
only in Africa they can do some magic like that. You see where I come from. You can do voodoo, but
Oh no.
now you're doing magic with couch reading because we need that. At the same time, you're asking yourself, where was all this representation while Harry Potter was alive? Because this is like 100 years before.
Yeah.
So yeah, like let's say that. Yeah, and I found not a, it's a game. It's not a game breaking bug, but is a bug hard enough that I had to disconnect, quit the game, come back, and load a save point before.
Yeah. What was it?
I don't know. I just lost against a boss, and I had to load back some point before. Because things like the controller weren't working. You couldn't click anything, and you could not go into the menu. You had to force eject the game, and the game is like it's crashing on me like more time than necessary. Like last stream, I think the game crashed like 2 times. And it was kind of annoying. So, yeah. And if you
Sucks
want,
to you.
if you want to hear me rage, come watch me at streaming after dark. No, it's a joke. You can
Oh God
just
damn
see
it!
me
That's
here.
me.
You can see me here at GeekGate live, where I'm doing some live streaming and stuff, trying game and crying my eyes out because shit being crazy sometimes. Okay, so that's it for this. Let's start with the first article. The Super Mario movie director said that they cast Hollywood star as voice actor because they could bring this voice game, this video game character who's really don't have much of a personality to life. I was laughing my ass off when I saw that. I won't lie. At
Yeah.
the
You
end
want
of the
pie?
day, what?
Yeah. Finish your sentence.
Okay. I was like, why are you cutting that? I forgot what I was saying. So, I was like by myself because it's so wrong but so true at the same time. If it was like something else, I would be like, yeah, English voice actor are trash, so yeah. But at the same time, I understand. Because you cannot just have English voice actor. Like, for Japanese, I'll be like, yeah, but for English, I'm like, who knows? Nothing to say, nothing to think. Like,
Really?
all this make me think about the video that you sent me. You know, the one that's like about the voice acting and how, like, in movie
There,
the criteria is
these
different.
characters. I'm going to say this Mario, because he's kind of an icon. They kind of keep him in the status quo. There's a reason why people love Luigi a bit more, because they're not afraid to do stuff with Luigi. But to say that, oh, these characters, it's not that, Mario could have some more personality, but honestly, I think it's just an excuse to get like their Hollywood bullshit friends in a franchise and try to, Seth Rogen it.
Huh? I won't lie. Seth Rogen as Bowser sound pretty cool.
Oh,
I
that's
don't.
Jack Black. I
Jack,
think that
is
most
Jack
of them
Black?
have personalities, except Mario. But Mario is because they're trying to keep him as like the status quo character, and they don't change him too much. Luigi, I could say like, okay, Luigi is kind of cowardly, but he's still brave because he goes into danger despite his fears.
Yeah,
Bowser is a
Luigi.
good strong, independent single father who's trying to do the best for his kids.
For his 9 kids.
Yeah, but yeah, Mario is. It's true that Mario is kind of but I don't know. It's not like these. I'm not as harsh as other people on the
Chris
voice
Pratt
actors,
voice.
because I do think that some of them sound good. Like Bowser, Jack Black as
Oh,
Bowser is
Jack
pretty
Black
cool.
is the best. I don't care.
Yeah, he's cool.
I will have to excuse myself because I said Seth Rogen. No, my bad.
Because it's true that some of these characters could be better, and some of the voice actors are doing a pretty good job. But there's you have to give and take on certain some of these statements.
Yeah. Donkey Kong sound kind of cool. Okay. On the past few years, I don't know if there's something more to say about this. I want to go see the comment because sometimes the comments are wild. Nintendo routinely crush project made by actual fans who don't even make thing for money. That kind of true. I hate these people. They deserve misery. What? We cast them in the part because we believe they could bring the video game actor to. Okay. But yeah, kind of interesting. I don't think that the casting was a pretty good choice. They should have just take voice actor, but you're pretty right. They have personality. They didn't have to put some voice actor, some Hollywood editors in that. Did you see the video of the Lotus Eaters about that?
Which one?
The last one, the one about Hollywood.
No, I saw the Woman Plus video.
Okay, we won't talk about this one. Let's go to the next article. So, talking about fucking Seth Rogen. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle producer. That sounds wrong. Seth Rogen said that if media critic knew how much negative critics hurt the people that made things, they would second guess the way that they write.
Right.
Um, Okay, so let's cover this first. I don't think so. People, it's not that people don't care. It's that people have to say what has to be said. Like, you took something that everyone loved, and you saw the video about her. You saw the video of Razor Fist about the,
Yes.
and he's 100% right. They just make one. They just write the Ronin. I need this copy of Turtle of the TM of
The
TMNT.
last one.
Last Ronin. I need the copy. But the thing is, like, TMNT survived every iteration, even if it's bad. Not because the new iteration is good or bad, because the reputation is so staunch in the community that nobody cares what you do about it. Because at the end of the day, if it's good, people will say it's good. If it's bad, people will laugh about it, and we're gonna forget about it the week after. Sorry.
Yeah, with TMNT, it's not the first woke project. Even like
Santa
uh,
Inc.
even the last Ronin was at a woke setup at the end, and
No, no,
you
no.
know
Nobody cares. They won't buy
nobody
it.
cared. When they made, it's not the first time they made April O'Neil black. Nobody cared. That series and specifically, I saw it, and nobody cared. It wasn't good. Nobody cared.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And the part where Seth Rogen is like, oh, if they knew that people were suffering, they won't. No, we will, and we have to, because things like you do. Seth Rogen does some dumb shit just to piss people off, and he's like, but that hurt. He made Santa Inc. He's like, I'm Jewish. I'm gonna shit on your stuff. Cool.
In the 90s, they had a female Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
I remember.
It was trash. Nobody cared, and the creator doesn't even want to talk about it.
I know. I remember.
Peter Laird, he doesn't want to talk about it. And um, the IW comics, the first 4 volumes were really cool, but then they had woke people from Tumblr start writing it, and people stopped caring. Then they made a cartoon in 2003 and 2012, and those worked well.
I
Then they
remember
made one in
those.
2018, and it had like Black April O'Neil, and nobody cared.
True. And they had like the new version that's rolling that nobody cares, because I didn't hear about it. People were starting to talk about it just because they had like one cool scene who looked like an anime scene, and I'm like, yeah, but it's not cool enough to make me want to watch it. So nobody cares. That being said, just fuck Seth Rogen. I I don't know what is.
Oh, and by the way, having the art style of Spider-Verse is not enough to make me like your woke shit. It's a really cool art style, but now everyone and their mom is doing it, and it's like it doesn't mean shit anymore.
It's like when you were watching. What's the name of the stuff?
Yeah, I forgot the name, found it. Intergalactic.
Yeah, I will finish the movies. It was interesting for me, not for you, but for me. I'm into that shit.
Yeah, because I'm not a Negro.
No, it's just because it wasn't woke and wasn't like
Yeah,
black
being
is
woke
black,
is not
black.
a standard.
Yeah.
Oh, great, it wasn't woke. It's still trash.
No, wasn't that like it was different, but wasn't trash either, because it was a different way of
It's
seeing
worse.
stuff.
It was bland.
Okay, I will explain it better. It's like when you wake every morning to do a job, the best that you can, even when you cannot do what you want to do in that job. That's the feeling that
I
the movie had,
understand why you
and
liked
that's
it.
why I wanted to see how it's ending.
You know, I understand why you liked it, but I could not care less about that thing.
Oh, it's okay. Talking about this, did you hear? We're still in the TMNT verse. So, did you hear about the drama about Angry Ho
Oh God,
and my boy Eric D. July?
Young Ripper.
Yeah. Did you hear about it?
Yes, he's coming for him. He's coming for Joe.
Yeah. Okay, so for those who don't know, Angry Joe had a take stupid. So the take is like if you can only have two positions, or you're a child diddler, or you're a racist. And Ripper, and he took a tweet about Ripper to put it in. And Ripper responded. And I find it funny because after that he tried to backtrack, but his backtrack is trash. Because the thing is like, okay, like, you don't like the comment that people give it, right? You think that he's woke and it's cool to be woke. So, yeah, you see, I'm part of the woke crew, so everything is cool. If you don't like the comment, just say that, oh, we just give your own opinion on that and don't put other people in that. And the point, the best way to say it is that I love the response of Young Ripper to him. Is like, you put me in two baskets. One, I'm a child diddler. The other, I'm a racist. And I'm black, so I guess I'm not a racist. So there's only one option in that. And I just love seeing people backpedal because they're trash.
I hate when people call other people a child diddler so easily, because it's a really dangerous thing to do, because you could get into trouble, especially someone who's like a trad cock. I don't know, like some guy was born in like the 50s and 60s, and he used to be a gangster, and he's the kind of guy who's like, yo, fuck the police, I'm gonna clean the streets up myself. You could get into trouble with someone showing up to your house. I heard you were a diddler, but like, no, I'm not. It's just I hate
and the thing is like,
it's what do you say, revelation by projection. We're just saying that it wasn't even about her being not sexy anymore or something like that. It was just, oh no, she's black now. You're a child diddler because you don't want you're mad that this 14-year-old is not sexy. Nobody was talking about that. We're talking about the blackwashing, not her appearance.
Wait.
So hard
Wait 2
that
seconds.
they always use that fucking excuse, even when it has nothing to do with anything. So you're going to say, "Oh man, they're trying too hard to be diverse." Oh, so you're thinking about children?
No, it's not that. It's the fact that she's fat. It's the fact that they did the same thing that they do with black people in video game. Oh, what? She's black? Yeah, she will have like eyes, and she will have like the fucking man jaw and everything. She's just fucking ugly. And it's okay to point out, like, she shouldn't be that fucking ugly. You don't have to put her like fucking beautiful. You can just put her normal. It's not that difficult.
No, it has to be that ugly black woman that's in everything.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, the part that I love in that is like, what he said at the end was like, there's something that you won't say in real life that you say on the internet. And that's why I love what he said, like, we will talk in real life. The reason is because what you saying will fuck up people's life. Like, like, I will say it by my own experience. If someone told me what Angry Joe told people in real life, I will have fuck him up. I don't care if it's taller than me. I will have fuck him up. And Street Fighter, but I will. Because
I knew it. I knew you were going to pussy out.
Yeah. But like the thing's like, I have someone who said that to, who said something like that to me, and I'm like, I had to be careful because we were at work, but I was about to fuck him up in real life this time.
In Minecraft.
No, in real life, because things like,
it's a new Minecraft expansion in real life.
Yeah, because the thing's like, you don't say to someone that he can be racist because he said something stupid, and I'm saying something back, and he's like, yeah, but you know that exists black racist. And I'm like what? Black KKK member? He's like, yeah, there's one and stuff. And I'm like, are you insinuating something about me? And I was about to fuck him out.
Yeah, I understand that feeling.
Because
And you
things
know
like,
that's the kind of person that's going. He's the first to call the cops.
yeah. But the thing's like, he's saying something that you should never say to someone. Like, knowing my own life, knowing what I went through, I would have fucked him up. It's okay. I can rebuild. I had rebuilt more than once. But I would have. That being said, what they say on the internet and they're not careful enough to do is something that you should never do. And the thing's like, we are getting in some territory that where people are getting gloves off. And I'm pro that. Like, I don't know if you remember when we were talking before, like a fucking long time ago, and I'm like, oh, people getting beat up, and they're like, you see, I didn't do shit, and I'm like, they look pitiful. Like,
It's just a prank, bro.
like, how can you get beat up and be proud to be beat up because you're upstanding citizen? They're not.
You know that kid who's you know in school who punches you, then you punch him back, and then he goes to the teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
fuck
I
those
prefer
kids.
that than gonna be like I forget it was 4chan or something else. Like some people are getting ducks for what they do on the internet, and it's just fun to see when the shoes is on the other foot for real this time. Like they are the one that ducks. They are the one that try to destroy your life. They are the one that try to find where you work, who you are, to get your life fucked up. And it's just funny to see when people get their comeuppance. And I won't be the one to help them. That being said, I just like how Ripa responded to that, and I just find it funny how Angry Ho just went out and tried to backtrack, and it didn't work because fuck him and fuck his woke stuff. Yeah, and that's my take on that. I guess that's it.
No, that's it.
Let's go to the next one. Yeah, so Suicide Squad, blah blah blah. Suicide Squad killed League of Legend. Wow, I'm tired.
The Justice League.
Yeah, there's a delay, so
Oh, that's so bad.
I think it's not because of this. Q4. I think it's because of the success of what's the name, Hogwarts Legacy. They're trying maybe to recreate it, I guess. But the delay was cited as bug fix general improvement on element that hadn't been fleshed out compared to other features such as highlight something. The delay, I don't think it's that. Despite recent backlash the game has seen, it was recently revealed that the game require an online connection, even in single player, blah blah blah. It features a battle pass, blah blah blah. Some are also frustrated by the game utilization of RPG like. I don't think so. There's revelation of outpouring dislike over the YouTube. Yeah, and okay. Kind of trash. I don't know why. I was thinking that it's maybe because they wanted to adjust the likeness of Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman because she looks ugly.
Oh my god.
But okay, good to know. So this one I wanted to cover it. I don't know. What do you think about it? You will give me your opinion because
No Game No Life creator fires back after Western reader
readers.
criticizes series lack of dark. Nobody cares.
I know. I just want to see the rest. Like,
We don't want
Japanese
them
don't need to include us.
big lips.
Oh, damn it.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm from a country. I'm maybe from Dahomey.
Oh my god.
If you do understand, you do understand. Okay, so uh, Heart of the Hill of Final Fantasy 15. Director Yoshipi facing criticism for his upcoming game. Back of medieval European descendant. No game,
Yeah,
no
my boy
life.
Yoshi PP.
Yoshipi
Yoshi
is
in my mouth.
Yoshipi is carrying the game, the Square Enix IP at himself. No game, no life creator. Yu Kamiya has found himself into a similar situation, and like the estimated Square Enix producer, he's not backing down from his creative decision. Issue a warning about. Oh yeah. That's the article I was talking about for you. We're gonna see it like really fast. A comedical light novel, series No Games No Life. Explore the neat sibling Sora, blah blah. If you didn't watch No Game No Life, I won't explain it to you. It's just cool to watch. One day, two of them, blah blah. His reason to allow them to challenge him from title of God of Game, blah blah blah. Yet they split the game taking place in a fully functional country. A Western reader unsurprisingly took issue with the fact that this board did not exactly real world. Okay. On March 2nd, who cares? Took to Twitter to reveal that they are really receiving a scolding DM from foreign reader who said that the so they're really trying to aggress them. Okay, good to know. I received a DM from a foreign reader scolding me, saying that there weren't people with dark skin in medieval and early modern Europe who is not in your work. First of all, this board is not
First
in
of
the
all, this board is not in Europe,
where
where
the
there were
for
many years or elves in medieval Europe. Also, there are usually brown-skinned characters.
yeah there are. Responds directly to where the fury. Uh, he added before. Also, they're usually brown skin characters. Yeah, something like that. Okay, I guess this is stuff. It should not. It should be noted that one of the six indifferent entity race who have set in the blah 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 blah. However, as they did not appear in the series anime adaptation, nor have they made their debut in the manga version, it seems there are fans had not fully engaged with Kamiya's work before attempting to stuff. So that's exactly what we're saying. So for those who can read and who did list, so we're always talking about how woke people, woke Westerner, woke consumer, woke dumbasses never took the more difficult way to engage in the content. Why? Because reading is difficult. They're trying to use the more easy way to do it. So watching the content so that it can be fed to them completely instead of reading the content where it's complete. So you see, it's exactly what you're saying. They're so dumb they didn't read the stuff and now they're crying about it and it's like, okay, so you're not real fans, so who cares?
As usual, fuck these people,
Yeah,
and that's why you should gatekeep.
yeah, and that's why you should gatekeep. And that's pretty good because at the same time, this message is going around. So, Japanese Onion fan artists issue warning about Western shipper after being arrested over relationship headcanon. So, it's getting around for a little bit of time. The fact that fucking Westerner are fucking outrageous to be dealing on any platform, Twitter, Facebook, I don't care. They're fucking annoying to deal with it. And the thing is, like, everything that's not Western is not okay. So Japanese are trying to do some stuff. And if what I heard was correct, is that even the big one like Ichiro Oda and Akira Toriyama are sharing this around. So this is some great news, in my opinion. Because fuck Western fan. I want like I like being a fan, but sometimes I hate the fact that like they try to make stuff for Westerners instead of doing stuff for Japanese fan. Because the reason why we are following them is because it's not from America. It's not from other countries that are from the West. It's because it's from the East. And that's why we're following them. So that's my take on that. Now that's the same article about the Suicide Squad kill. Do they have more information? Nah. Okay. Still delete.
Suicide Squad kills the Justice League, but nobody cares.
I don't.
Suicide Squad kills me.
Oh yeah, that's the article about Resident Evil. I forget to put it up while you were talking. Yeah. So, I wanted to cover this real fast, and I think that's gonna be the last article of the day because we don't have nothing more. So the thing is, like, I don't really care about the update of Forspoken because it's what I write was forgotten because it was forgotten, and the thing is, like, I don't know if you know, but Luminous Production was disbanded to get reshaped into Square Enix. So they just like, you fucked up. All the Steelbooks collection of Forspoken were giving a grave, I guess, because they didn't sell that well. What else? And that's it. And that's it. And the thing is, like, something like that happened to what's the name? The Central Reboot had the same fate, and I think that this is the start of a industry-wide shakedown. That's my take on it. Why? Because it's the same thing that happened with what's it? Facebook. When Twitter started firing people because they wanted to have more money. What happened? Every other tech company did the same, and I find it funny because it's the same thing that happened with those who were creating Central. They were pushed. They were the division was bring back into the in Gearbox because they were trash alone, and I like it because now if you can deliver, you're gonna fail and you're gonna be destroyed and you're gonna lose your job. So now try getting woke. Try being for the modern audiences. That's what I take on it. Because you have to when you keep, and for that you have to bring good project. And that's what I take on this. Do you have something else to add on it?
Not really. You fucked up, and now nobody cares.
True.
You what's the chant? You fucked up. You fucked up.
True. True. Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, they really fucked up bad.
Oh yeah. And by the way, I can't wait to watch the part of Young Ripper. Young Ripper is just demolition one of his detractor who said that he's racist and
Wait,
he's
who?
anti-black. Oh, nobody on the internet. It's just funny to watch some dumbass trying to explain to Young Ripper how racist he is.
Oh fuck.
No. And I guess that's it for this week because anyway there weren't that much article this week. Like I didn't find something that interesting. Like people were so like hung on about some dumb stuff. Oh yeah, the fact that Superman is not gay no more, so that he sold pretty well. Yeah, the fact that the
That was
VTuber
not Superman. That was his son. They always go after a kid.
same difference.
Of course, you're not gonna go after Superman. He's too much of an icon. People
Yeah,
actually care about Superman.
sort of. I'm just waiting to see what will happen next. Uh, I don't know. There's like so many stuff that happened, but nothing that interesting. I guess.
Oh, I kinda want to talk about Yahtzee.
You want to talk
You
about
know,
Yahtzee?
yeah, he was talking about trends, and he was saying, well, games as a service is dying, but it's
Yes.
not the first time that you have like trends in video games. I don't see why you're so like worried, but it's
It's
it's not the same.
disingenuous to say it that way. I'm sorry. This is disingenuous to say it that way.
Yeah, because there's a big difference between everyone is doing, I don't know, everyone is doing stealth games in their game. Even Zelda had stealth segments, but it's quite different to have a stealth segment or stuff like that, and then having, because he compared it to the video game crash of the 70s, and yeah, I think it's that bad, but saying it's like, oh, when everyone was doing when everyone was trying to be Call of Duty or World of Warcraft. But no, it's not the same, because there's a difference between going for design trends and potentially doing something that could ruin the industry. It's not on the same scale, and saying, oh, it's just a trend that's going to go away is kind of disingenuous, especially when you yourself were comparing it to the video game crash. This is much deeper and much more complicated than simply it's just a trend.
Yeah, and I totally agree with you on that because the thing is like, you know, sorry, like I said, I totally agree with you because the thing is that the difference is that when a trend was gone, even if some company died, the game stayed. Now it's different. I heard of some people who really like Babylon Fall, right?
Yeah.
And Babylon Fall didn't survive 1 year. So the game that you pay $60 fucking for, that game is gone forever.
Yep.
The part, if you paid for something in the game, this is gone too. Like,
Another inconsistent platinum title.
and that's really annoying because the thing is like, I understand when trend come and go, and that have to, but the live action model is a cancer to the video game industry. Like at the same time, I think that he helped the AAA industry come down. But what will you do if you were down for a game that will not survive? Like Fallout 76, the only reason it's still around is because they had dedicated fan that will never let Bethesda down. But when you don't have that and you invest in that, you will lose it forever. Like money doesn't come from trees. Like I sound fucking old. I sound fucking old saying that, but it's true.
Yeah, but now you understand why parents were saying that and how stupid fucking kids are.
Yeah.
No, you know what's worse than kids?
Yeah.
Fucking communist university babies who never grew up.
Yeah, and the thing's like, I won't lie, I don't think that Yahtzee doesn't sound like a posh guy from university. But I think that we were talking about it when people lost their hunger because, now the belly is always full.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. Like, I will remember the day that I didn't eat for a day or more because life,
Yeah.
Life fucked me up real good. But then you cannot say something like, oh, it's just a trend. Some trend are worse than others.
No, definitely.
Like, fuck. Like the button mashing trend or the quick action trend still exists, but it's at least a little bit dead, and it's.
And he was also calling.
Miles. I don't know.
He was calling. What's her name? J.K. Rowling like a turf. And I it didn't feel ironic.
It's okay. I won't say that the fact that he's on the left is a problem. My problem is more the disingenuousness of his stance.
What I hate is that people, you kind of forgot that, people like, oh, poor J.K. Rowling. No, she deserved it. She dug her own grave, fucking lefty.
And I won't lie. Her stand is more like, I don't like men, so men who think that they're women, still men in women's spot. That's it.
No, but
that's her stand.
I'm not going to talk about that video, but who was pushing all that shit? Oh man, these women are women. If you don't agree, you're this and you're that. Women were pushing that shit.
Yeah.
Like
if you
now when you say, oh, I'm not comfortable with these fake women being in my bathroom, and then you get canceled, it's like, those guys are your friends, not mine.
Yeah, true. But at the same time, I think that the thing, like J.K. Rowling says it herself, that it's just because they're taking women's prize. That's it. She's still a radical feminist or something. So yeah.
Yeah, that's my issue. People are forgetting. She's
I don't have an issue
still
with
one
that.
of them.
I don't have an issue with that. That being said, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah. At the same time, like I said, I don't care what Yahtzee said about this. The thing is like more about the video game industry. The fact that if the video game industry is not that bad of a thing, the bad part is more like the fact that you buy the game and the game that you buy don't exist no more. It's like Babylon Falls still in the Steam shop.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can still buy it.
Did people even remember Babylon's Fall? That's what I was saying about Platinum. They've been like so inconsistent recently.
Yeah, I won't say this, but I like the fact that they can try stuff out.
But my thing is that they've been trying stuff out for a while, and that's fine. But you've been trying stuff out since like 2013, and not making it work. And sometimes you do make it work, but then you go back, like, if you're trying something new and it doesn't work, okay, but you fuck up some of the things that were there for a long time. Like Astral Chain has a terrible fucking camera.
Yeah, but camera in video game is not that easy to program, I guess.
I'm not saying that, but my thing is just, they've just been really, really inconsistent. And it's been a while since they had a game that was like, I could just say, yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Because recently it's been a lot of, it's good, but, and I understand making video games is not easy, but at the end of the day, you're making people pay $80 for your shit. At some point, you're like, okay, but, what's your excuse? Like, how long are you going to, flop?
Mm.
Like, for example,
But
we
you say that's a flop, but Astral Chain sales were pretty good. After what
Astral
I
Chain, I don't
remember,
think so.
for what I remember, what it wasn't a flop. But that's what I remember. I don't know because the thing is like sometimes I guess the the game is better received than what we think about it. But yeah, who cares? That
No,
being said,
generally I make sure to look it up, and people were, kind of lukewarm about it, sort
okay,
of,
maybe
compared to like, I'm kind of butthurt with Bayonetta, but I know a lot of people who love Bayonetta, and
yeah.
it's not until two and three that people started turning on it.
Three was well reception was
Three
special.
especially.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Hello, I guess. Um, what I was saying? Yeah, but yeah, that doesn't mean that like the Jiminy Cricket trend is one that needs to die too. But at the same time, I understand that. I prefer that than the trend of everything full online, season pass, and everything. That the game that you cannot ever play alone without internet, without fucking server that had to always communicate with something outside. That's my problem with that more than anything else. Yeah, that's supposed to be me. Hey, we have two hello in the chat.
Yay!
I said hello to Miles, but it didn't respond. People don't like me after what I hear. And to Warmonger 616.
Oh, he's always there.
Yeah, I have to thank him because at least he's here.
Unlike my dad.
Yeah, and your ex-wife.
Yes, all of them.
So yeah, that's it, I guess. Do you have something else to add on?
No, I'm good.
Okay, pretty good. So yeah, I like I hope that you like it, and yeah, stay a little bit evil, and don't forget, stay passionate. And see you next week.